Hey everybody, how are you doing? It is Tuesday, October 21st. It is wonderful to be here with you for this week's Freeway Family Meetup. This is number 2. Hope you're doing well. Maybe you're tuned in on YouTube, maybe you're tuned in on LinkedIn. Maybe you feel like jumping in with us here with the link below. It's totally up to you. But as always, at 6 p.m. PST on Tuesdays, we get together for this meetup to discuss the latest in innovation, to come together as a community and talk about what matters and cut through all of the noise, because it's hard to find what's really moving the dial in the world. With everything happening so fast, it is absolutely wild. To introduce myself, my name is Kevin Clark. I am the head of innovation culture at Freeway Phoenix. I am also part of the team at Newman Games. Shout out Newman Games. We develop gamified worlds, in 3D worlds that gamify learning. Yeah, we do that on the daily, and it's a lot of fun. I also work a lot as a teacher, so I'm always trying to do my best to support the growth of others, and I find that really empowering for myself as well. I think it's important for us to set a tone, a pace for these meetups. So while people get comfy, get set, no matter where they are, I just want to go through and talk about some of the latest things that have been happening in the space. It has been an absolutely wild week when it comes to innovation. Some of the things that really stood out to me that relate back to what's happening here in Phoenix, well, it's not just apps, it's not just software, really systems, infrastructure, and immersive experiences. Let's go. First of all, we have TSMC. That's right, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company is doubling down on Arizona. They're seeking more land and speeding up their advanced chip fabrication timelines. That means our region is not just participating, but it's becoming a central point in global manufacturing for the future of what chips mean across robotics, AI. I mean, it's unlimited really how this is going to really impact the economy here in Arizona. So shout out to our community for taking that forward. Although I will say on the other side, I'm curious to see how the communities adapt, because myself, I drive around a lot and we see all of these, these manufacturing warehouses getting set up, and sometimes you can drive for miles and it's just warehouse after warehouse, and you have to think, like, how is that going to impact the communities? So how is TSMC going to not only benefit from the space but also elevate the community? I'm curious to see how that happens. Second of all, of course, our beloved Arizona Science Center, they've just upgraded their planetarium with an 8K LED, this whole dome, right? They've built this dome, not as big as the Sphere, right? But is still pretty amazing. They're going to be doing some innovative experiences for education and creative work. It's going to be really exciting to see what they do. Shout out to the Arizona Science Center. I'll definitely be checking that out. Thirdly, we have this fuel pipeline infrastructure that's being built into Arizona to supply energy and resilience in a shifting supply chain. Now, that might not be the most exciting piece of software, but it's critical infrastructure that's going to underpin every tech innovation that follows. And let's not forget that earlier this month, on the 8th of October, the Nobel Prize for Chemistry was given for an individual who was able to capture CO2 and create moisture in the desert. So there's a lot of possibilities here on the forefront. I don't know if I could see the desert here of Arizona becoming a budding metropolis anytime soon. Innovation culture doesn't just stick to virtual reality, does not just stick to AI. It has to span across hardware, systems, experiences, infrastructure, leadership, your voice. So we can't just focus on features. We have to really think about what's happening across manufacturing, immersive engagement, regional resilience. So, how is your team aligning for that broader change? That's the discussion that I think we need to be having. And that's why I love to have this space open for us to have that conversation. Without further ado, I wanted to give you all a quick walkthrough on some key features when it comes to hosting events and experiences. Last week, when we got together, we were just getting situated. We're learning how to walk around. We went through a portal. We went to a art gallery. And we had a tour with an artist who showed us that art gallery. We're just kind of getting our feet wet in this water. I know some of you are maybe already familiar, but for those of you who are just getting started, this is really step one. Quick shout out, if you come down here to the bottom level, we have our middle level right here where we have our discussions, just to do a little cribs walkthrough. So we like to have our discussions here when you come through. Upstairs, we could have meetings around metrics. So if you wanted to, you could have multiple people sharing their screens across various locations in this room. So for instance, you could have one person sharing their screen here, one person sharing their screen here, and one person sharing their screen here. So this is a nice little collaboration space. And that's another kind of cool thing about virtual reality. It allows us to interact with this information that we have within a 3D space, which is very human. It's a very human approach. Really quick, while we're on it, folks, coming up November 6th and 7th, let's get a quick zoom in on this. 6th and 7th coming on right around the corner. Go ahead and get your ticket. The Tech Talent Summit is coming up. And it's going to be an awesome opportunity for people who not only are hiring, but also looking to immerse themselves within the ecosystem, find jobs, find opportunities. The whole idea is a place where you can find talent, capital, and community all in that one place. Really quick, let's run the video.
We're an incredibly innovative city, home of software engineers, clean tech, advanced manufacturing, and more.
Let's go.
Phoenix isn't just about golf outings and retirees. We're at an inflection point, building a vibrant and dynamic community just as our desert sunsets.
The City of Phoenix is a proud sponsor of Freeway and the Tech Talent Summit.
Very much looking forward to the Tech Talent Summit that we are hosting here in November. It's an opportunity to showcase the talent that we have here in Arizona, which will be matched with the financial capital that we bring to bear with AZVC, and we're very bullish on the outcome going forward.
I moved to the US 8 years ago for grad school. My first stop was Boston, and after that moved to North Carolina, to Los Angeles, and now in Phoenix. This is very hard for me to say as a Mediterranean far away from the beach, but I could not find any place like Phoenix, Arizona to be able to build my business.
We've been able to recruit incredible talent that has been key to those early stages of growth where we really needed, scrappy, entrepreneurial, smart people to help us get the company going.
We're gearing up for our biggest summit yet. A new global chapter, a global pitch stage, and the entire innovation stack in one room.
Amazing. Absolutely excited. People first, work rewired. Love the vibe. Absolutely exciting stuff. Let me get my camera back. Boom. Pretty sure I saw my wife in there. Yeah, super cool. And I'm looking forward to attending that. I hope you will be there as well. We'll get to meet in a physical space rather than just here virtually. But yeah, super exciting stuff. So that's a great way to use this space upstairs. So we might have opportunities to do more of that together. But I gotta say, I love the piano here. It's like a nice little setup. You can have even, things like, honestly, gaming tournaments. You could have multiple screens across. It's like there's so many ways you could use this space. This bottom floor right here is more so something for art at this stage, and a dedicated space for celebrating our partners and sponsors. So if you walk around here, you'll see a lot of different companies and organizations that make everything that Freeway Phoenix does possible. And just to be clear, Freeway focuses across supporting all of Arizona. So it's not just about Phoenix, although I think that's where they're based out of. Here's some really cool pieces of art that I personally have collected over the time. Bitcoin has been crazy. I mean, I think when it comes to innovation, digital ownership is a huge part of it. That's what this new evolution of the internet is about. When we got to the internet, it was like, sure, we can share things, but how do we own the things that we share? We're sharing all these MP3s online, but there's a value loss that comes with that. So naturally, I think the market is looking for ways to retain that value. And so digital ownership through the blockchain has become a really good medium to accomplish that. If people get left behind, they can always check in on stream. But for now, I just wanted to share that we have the ability here, if you are with me in the space or any other moderator, you can share your screen. So if you just jump in the space yourself, you will not be able to simply share your screen because you'll need a moderator to be able to allow you to do that. Same thing goes with the microphone. If it's a communal space that doesn't have those permissions blocked, you don't have that challenge. So otherwise, you can just simply come in, as long as there's a moderator in here, you'll be able to select broadcast. Now, this is something you can only do on desktop or laptop. You cannot do this on VR or mobile. So as long as you're on laptop or desktop, you can come in, select screen, audio, and share. Now you'll see in this space, it says main screen. That's because I've already set up a preset space where the screen will stream within the space. And if I had other placeholders set up, I could change that. But you also can set up a custom placement and then click and drag it around. When you drag it around, it will stick to the wall, just like that. Let me see. Trying to remember. If you press T, this is a little known fact. If you press the letter T on your keyboard, it will open up the fine placement. So like if you wanted to angle it in a different way, you can do that. So that's the letter T. As you become more proficient with this, it'll be just super easy for you to host events. And so at the upcoming Tech Talent Summit, this is something where people could actually join in virtually as they stream, and we could have a group in here for the streamed event even. Last but not least, want to share with this, there's a new portal here in the Freeway Phoenix space that will share you across best practices when it comes to events. So every little thing that you can imagine that will help you in terms of hosting a successful event, you can find in this space, okay? The best place to start is right here on our golden spiral. And you'll see, just quickly, let's go over the overview. I won't go over everything, I'll leave that to you. But best practices for hosting events using this platform. Ultimately, you want to explore this world to discover the following key points of knowledge. Number one, understanding of how events in this particular platform can solve high priority problems for creators, brands, organizations operating their businesses remotely. Well, honestly, I'm going to say in VR. It's not really just this platform. you're going to find some best practices for before, during, and after events. So what do you do before hosting an event in a virtual space? What do you do during, and what do you do after? It's not just as simple as, turning it on. Just like hosting an event in a physical space, there's a sort of order of operations. We have a list of example events that are going to help you learn more about how to leverage these tools. Event prep checklists, and some contact lists in case you need help. Okay, so you can follow this map. It'll show you technicals. If you want to learn how to press the buttons, how to make things work, there's an area over here for technicals. And then the basics and event highlights you can find walking up this platform over here. And I hope this serves as a good example on how 3D spaces sort of offer a creative element when it comes to learning knowledge. This is, like I said, just baby steps. I won't throw too much at you at once, but I hope this has been a really productive and useful piece of knowledge. So last but not least, really quick, if you're tuned in here, go ahead and you can always press F on your keyboard. That will open up a portal that will allow you to travel back home. And here we are back at Freeway Phoenix. And that's all I got for y'all today. I appreciate everybody who tuned in. I see we got a couple people tuned in on YouTube. We got some people on LinkedIn. Appreciate everybody. Next week, hopefully, I'll be able to line up some pretty cool guests to join us. I'll update you via my LinkedIn, or if you follow me on X or other channels, you can hear it there. Otherwise, y'all have a great week ahead.